Hey guys, Sheena here, coming to you from Hoopty. If this is your first time visiting with us on our channel, Hoopty is our high tunnel. We affectionately named Hoopty because it is a hoop house. And so we're out here today. There's a nice breeze and it's after 8 o'clock and we're able to be in here, and that is phenomenal because we've been going through like the worst summer. Yesterday was the first day of fall and it was 97 degrees. I kid you not. Today it's I think the low is going to be was 60 and the high today will be, oh god, 82 I think, or something like that. It's not going to be very high, so I'm thankful. If you've been following, you know that we've gotten behind on a lot of our planting. We lost some crops. Some crops got seedlings got leggy, and so today we're just going to take advantage of the cool to get out into the high tunnel and try to get some more things started and going, and hopefully we can get those planted before the first frost. So that would be great. That is what Brian is working on now. He is let me switch you around so you can, he's working on getting all of those different trays filled up. That's enough in that one. No, go ahead and put that.
Fair?
Yeah, go ahead and put that in there.
Okay.
And then you can start on the next one. I'll flatten it out and everything.
Okay.
So he is using our all natural OMRI listed Kellogg potting mix is what we're going to be using for starting these seeds. I've decided to try to stray away from the peat pellets for the rest of the fall. I'm not sure if I'm getting bad batches or if just the technique of using the peat pellets is just not good for brassicas for me. And that's what I'm really needing to get started. So majority of these items, it's a mosquito, excuse me. The majority of these items will be brassicas, except in those trays we're going to be starting some fodder for the rabbits, and that will be wheatgrass. I like to have that for the rabbits as well as the chickens coming into the winter, because it just gives them an extra little boost as things start to get cool. They need a little bit more energy to, you know, keep themselves warm and things like that, and this is a nice way to give that to them naturally. So we'll get 2 trays started today, and then in a couple of weeks we'll start 2 more trays and try to just keep those alive as much as I can over the next couple of months. Just a cut and come again with the wheatgrass, or you can just let them eat it all the way down to the root. It's just whatever you want to do. So some things that I need to get started today. You can do one more in that one. Acting like an old man, Brian. Acting like an old man.
Yeah.
Okay, so these I'm probably going to start indoors in something and put on a heat mat. As you can see, that germination rate is terrible, 64%. Again, probably wouldn't have ordered it if I had recognized that, if I knew that prior to ordering. But they had good reviews as far as taste and growing. So I guess if you can get them to germinate, they'll do well for you. So those I'm not going to do outside today. But this is something I need to do. This is our Brussels sprouts, and I meant to start these actually in July. The variety that I had would have needed all of that time, but I did some research because I did still want to get Brussels sprouts before the year was out, and I found that this particular variety tends to do a little bit better as far as time is concerned, so I may fare a little better with doing this one. So, and it's also shown success in our zone 8B, 8A, and 9 as far as my research shows. So we'll be giving the Catskill Long Island Improved Brussels sprout a try. I need to also do these Alabama blue collards. My favorite collard thus far. I got 2 packs of those because last year when I wanted to succession sow them after I did my first round, they did really good, but then the pests got them. So I was like, oh, let me get some more planted. And then they were sold out and I couldn't get any. So I got 2 packs this go round. I also got, I need to get these Red Giant mustard started as well. And a new beet variety. We don't like beets. We like the greens. We'll tolerate the greens, but we don't really like the root. Do we, Ryan? No. Do we like them?
No.
No. The family doesn't really care for them either. Even Terry, who is our resident, if it's healthy, I'm gonna try it, do it. But he doesn't care for them either. But we will all eat them in a smoothie, buried under some banana or avocado or, something. Some fruit. But our customers really like them. Germination rates on beets can be really tricky, and I've been researching different things, different techniques that I can use to improve. If you have any tips and tricks, please do let me know. I have tried transplanting and I have tried direct sowing, and my results tend to be very spotty. This says 83%. For me, it's more like 40 to 50%, not even half sometimes. So that we need to get going. We also yes, these leeks. We need to get our leeks going. We did our germination of our onions and we have them started, and I need to actually bring them outside today on such a nice cool day to start them hardening off. I put them right here by the shade cloth so that they'll get a nice protection. But yeah, the leeks, they came after my onions, and so they did not get soaked. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put some in water. This whole pack, I'm just going to put them in water and let them sit out here on the table and soak for a couple of days and see what happens. Okay, we also need to get going, and y'all, this is all not gonna happen today. Did I say that? That's not all happening today. This is not, maybe over the weekend I can get most of this done. The Swiss chard is also akin to beets. So let me come back to my beet. So Swiss chard and beet are the seed type is very similar too. So they both tend to have a lower germination rate compared to some of the other greens. So I have soaked Swiss chard seeds in the past and then put them in peat pellets and then put them on a heat mat and had fairly decent germination. But then my issue became they didn't do well with hardening off. So I've stopped kind of doing that way because it's really great and you got real good germination, but then they just don't do well with the whole temperature change, atmospheric change, humidity change. It just doesn't seem to go well. So I'm going to try just doing in the soil outside in the high tunnel, and hopefully the natural humidity that's out here will be enough to help. And since this is where they're going to be planted, there won't be an extreme change for them. That's just been my experience. That is not law by any means. Okay, so I went ahead and ordered some things that I wanted. I saw that had some really nice reviews from some. Oh, shoot! I got two different. I got two different. Why did I get two different leeks? I'm just laughing at myself. I have all of these great fantasies about my planting goals, and it's good to have goals. And then I buy the seeds, and then I'm like, what was I thinking? I don't have enough space for all of that. Amen if you can agree that this happens with you. Okay, well, I got 2 weeks. I've got to get soaked. All right, so this pea did really good for us last year in the high tunnel. The only thing that happened is we noticed it had got some leaf mold, I think is what it was. And I think it's because I planted them too closely. So this year I'm going to try to space them out a little bit more and see if that doesn't solve the issue for us. So a couple other things that I got for next year that I saw had good reviews and I wanted to give a shot myself is this Tromboncino summer squash. It is a vining squash, and it grows really, really long, and it's beautiful. And I'm told in the videos it was said to have a very nice buttery flavor, and you can harvest them at different stages depending on what you want to use it for. And y'all know I'm all about that multi-use life. You need to take a break, Brian.
No, I'm trying to see how I got done with this part on him.
Okay. I thought I gave you an easy job.
Yeah, I gave you a job. I was just getting...
What? What's wrong?
Nothing.
Okay, you need a chair?
I don't need a chair.
Okay, all right.
I don't need to sit here.
Okay. So, yeah. So I want to try the Tromboncino squash. Also, this Jimmy Nardello Italian pepper also had some really good reviews. Germination is not as high as I would like it to be. I always like to shoot for above 90 with anything, but as you can see by looking at the numbers on these packets, that for a lot of what we plant, the germination rates are just not high. So you have to use every trick that you have in your book to help. This one, the True Heart sweet pepper, it had good reviews on the site, so I just wanted to give it a shot. Okay, and back to some of our fall stuff. Let's get this out of the way. Perpetual spinach, leaf beet chard, 85%. I'll put them all together with the rest of the chard and just make a notation to see which one does best as far as germination and growth. These green glazed collards, I like collards, but collards are not my favorite green. And so I'm always experimenting with different varieties, ones that I'm probably not going to find in the store, to see if I can get the excitement that a lot of other people get when it comes to collards. This Alabama blue collard did it for me. This is my favorite collard to grow and definitely my favorite to eat. So I thought I would give this one a shot as well. So we'll be getting that started. Tatsoi, I don't usually have much success with it, and when I have had success with it, the beetles have been awful. But I have got a routine, a technique that I want to try this year when it comes to the pest control. So I'm hoping that I can get some tatsoi. And along with our other broccoli varieties, we're also going to be doing the Waltham 29, 82% germination. So as you can see, on this beautiful breezy day, we've got a lot to do. So I've got to get off of this camera and get to work. One of the things I'm going to be working on today is this row here that I originally planted our green wave mustard on, and a lot of it was eaten down to the stem before I recognized that I was having issues with caterpillars in here. And so I came back and I treated, and then some of it grew back and others just didn't. So I'm gonna go through and weed this row up until I can't, because of the roselle back there that is just going crazy. I need to do more harvesting on that as well today. But I'm gonna weed this row, and I'm going to plant more of our green wave. And I think it will just be beautiful to interplant the green wave with my red giant. So I think that will be just gorgeous growing together. So that's my goal as far as direct sowing things today. I want to get that done. Our pipe broke in here. Did I tell you guys that? I'll do that on a separate video. But I'm having to hand water in here. Oh, look, our peas are up. Look at. Oh, aren't they adorbs? So I'm glad those high temperatures are, oh man, they are all up. That's what I'm talking about. Could use some success every now and then. Small victories, right? So I'm hand watering in here, and for some crops that's really, really good. Like our carrots that we planted over there, you really need to make sure the soil stays nice and moist while those germinate, because they take a while to germinate. So the overhead watering is really good, as long as it's a light mist, not moving the seeds around or anything. And I see them coming up over there, so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so I'm hand watering in here, and I'm having to hand water also in the raised beds, which there's only 1 or 2 actually raised beds that have anything in it, so I shouldn't complain about that. Just because we knew that we were going to have to be replacing our raised beds, so I haven't done any fall planting in them thus far. So that'll also be another video. We have ordered raised beds, and they are on the way. I'm excited about that. Okay, so gotta get to work, y'all. Thank y'all for coming and listening to my, oh Lord, 16-minute ramble about what we have to do today. And I hope that you are having a successful day as well, and I hope you get a lot done. Remember, if you're in zone 8 or below, there's still plenty of things that you can get planted still. Like, our season is just getting started. Go ahead and get all your greens in, all your root crops. This is the time to get it done. Let's have a successful fall, guys. This is Sheena with Bain Home Gardens. Catch you on the next one.